Hi guys, welcome to my college. Today I will be speaking on how to handle workspace politics with professionalism. Workspace politics is something that you have no control over. You apply into a space and then you find that there's politics happening. How do you handle that with professionalism? Because oftentimes you find that when we find politics in our workspaces, we get angry, we get furious. Sometimes we join the politics, we can't be them to join them. And sometimes you can't join them, you try to beat them. But how do you handle workspace politics with professionalism? I'll start off by saying, just focus on your work. What brought you there is work. You don't belong to a party, you don't belong to a clique, you don't belong to a cabal. Just focus on your work. Your work will always fail, irrespective of the politics. You're great at what you do, deliver on your projects, focus on your work. You must not have friends in your workspace. There was no move that said, as you are coming, all your friends must be here. No. You could have friends outside of the office. Another thing is, as much as you can, avoid conflicts. Conflicts may come to you, stray bullets and all of that. When I say avoid conflict, I don't mean I'm going to step on you. No, that's not what I'm saying. When I mean avoid conflicts, what does not concern, it does not concern. To be very honest. Don't be a dumping ground for gossip. So I didn't want this person about yesterday. Why is she looking at you like that? I know you didn't even see, it's like, this woman, the way she looks at me, I don't like it. There's no need for all that. Outside of work, people have to call you to give you gossip, to tell you what. Anything that they come to your phone should not be in front of you. Anybody that can't face you, literally tell you what it is that they have, they're not worth your time, they're not worth your energies. They don't pay your salary. So please avoid conflict as much as you can. If you must address conflict, you don't have to curse, you don't have to be physically violent, write to HR. There's always an organogram in every organization. There's a procedure, professional process on how to handle conflicts. Go through that process. It may be longer, it may be more stressful, it may look like you're foolish, it may look as though it's delaying consequence management. But as long as you're dealing with professionalism and handling politics, that will be your best way to go. Don't be so fast to escalate problems. You just heard you run. By the time you go and report, that's what I said. You don't have a recording, you don't have proof, you don't have evidence. And you're just standing there like, but that's what he says. Maybe he didn't hear me well. This is what I meant. Gather your facts, gather proof, just do a thorough work. If you want to handle politics in the workspace, you need evidence. Here, you need proof. He said, she said, can't hold you. You need text conversations, you need to record calls, that's how you handle politics. You think like a politician to handle politics. So don't just be quick to escalate. You don't even know who you're escalating to, the best part of the party. You don't know. Whenever there are problems, don't join the problem. Try to find a solution first. So think solution-based before you join the problem party. Because there always will be problems in the workspace. So take your time when it has to do with handling politics professionally. Whenever you take your time, also means take your time in belonging. Because with politics, you always find those who are for, who are against, who are neutral. Start with being neutral. Another thing is, don't fall for the praises of men. The first person to smile at you in a workspace, the first person to commend you in a workspace, the first person to praise you in a workspace may not necessarily be the person who's got your back. Take your emotions out of the way if you're handling workspace politics. Don't think with your emotions, think with your head. So don't be quick to accept flattery. Don't be quick to accept praises. Be aware of the praises of men. Don't even swallow it. With workspace politics, take your time, study people, understand the terrain, be able to decipher between flattery and manipulation. And please, with workspace politics, be ready to adapt. Anything can happen in an instant. One moment, somebody's person, everybody is, clamoring to be around, everybody's trying to please. The next moment, the tide has changed. It's somebody else that's on the field. Because a lot of change management happening in politics. It could be that old person that was your colleague is now your superior. Or even the person that it was your superior has been demoted. Where changes happen, adapt. It may happen to you, it may happen for you, it may happen to your colleague, it may happen for your colleague, it may happen to you, even somebody that you oppose. It may be that, the person that you reported yesterday is now the boss. How do you handle that? You're not quitting. If you have bills to pay, how do you adapt? Will you say, no, I really know this person, credit person to management for, now the person is your boss. How do you communicate to this person? How do you answer to this person? How do you handle the person's appraisals? How do you handle the person's setups? How do you handle the person's manipulation? How do you handle the person's threats? How do you handle the person's lies? As much as possible for workspace politics, if you can, and that's if HR is not on it as well, please speak to management. Carry management along. So what I mean by building allies, what I simply mean is find like-minded people of the workspace, people that don't care for politics. They just want to do their work very well and leave. Find those kind of, as much as possible, keep up your good character. It could be hard. Workplace politics is not a walk in the park, to be honest. It could be frustrating. It could be hard. You could wake up one day, you just don't feel like going to work because you hate it there, but you have to go to work. As much as possible, workplace politics is not an excuse for bad behavior. Workspace politics is not an excuse for arrogance. Do the best you can. Put in the best you can for as long as you can. And then hopefully the tide changes in your favor. There's an opening elsewhere and you could move, or there's a great and good management or HR process that understands what is going on. And with time is able to, sweep out bad behaviors, bad cultures, and then gives you room to blossom, to grow, and then to thrive. But you cannot guarantee that where you work or where you're going to be working, there's not going to be workplace politics. But if you do find politics there, be smart about it, be wise about it, or be discerning about it. Do your own homework, do your own research, do your own analysis. Trust your mind, trust your instincts, and then don't keep quiet, don't be silent about it, except of course silence is the best course of action for that time. But if you can speak to management, if there's a due process to follow, please by all means follow. If you have great allies in the workspace who give you some level of semblance of sanity, of peace, by all means, form your own political party. Don't mind me. Just form your own team of healthy-minded people, of wise-minded people. Deliver what you need to deliver on. Hopefully, politics is overthrown and, it gets better. But if it doesn't get better, do the much you can with the much that you're provided with and hope for better days ahead. Thank you so very much for joining me on my couch today. Hope you learned a thing or two. Until next time, when I see you at my couch.